Hello my friends, Jessica Sanders here of ColorMeCreativeArt.com and welcome to my channel. So today I thought it'd be really cool to paint some cherries. Cherries are a great summer fruit and I thought it'd be a lot of fun to try it in this loose style and just have some fun in my sketchbook. Now this is not meant to be a perfect painting or anything like that. This is in my sketchbook. This is trial and error. So let's see what happens. So I have my Mission Gold paints out right now and I tested out. You saw the little swatch of colors, so I tried out my reds. I wanted those different tones of red, light, medium, dark. I wanted a pinky red and a purple red. And I'm going to paint actually 2 pages in my sketchbook during this video. Now this is sped up about 3 times normal speed. So keep that in mind when you're watching it. I don't actually move this fast, as you know, but I do paint pretty fast, and that sometimes gets me into trouble. But I had a lot of fun just laying the color on this page and moving it around a lot. I left white spaces on purpose, and I'm just want to just saturate that page with color. I'm prepping it for a negative shape painting. I am using a reference photo from my Pinterest page, so feel free to go check out my Pinterest if you're interested. I have tons of photos over there. My phone keeps shutting off, but still, I'm not going for super realistic or anything like that. Like I said, I want loose and free and flowing. That's what I love about watercolor. But I do want you to know that I'm painting a cherry. So it's sort of a combination of abstract and real, which I think, at least right now, is my favorite way to paint. So I started with just lightly, with a light color of watercolors, drawing in my shape of my cherry. And I thought I would add 2 to this page, but it kind of went a little bit wrong. I got that second cherry like way too big. So I just decided to, like, as you can do with watercolor, just wash it out. So I just made a big puddle, which you'll see in just a second. Because look how giant that cherry got. It's a giant cherry and that's not gonna work. So I went, okay, not working, change the plan. No problem. You can change your mind when you're painting. It's your painting. Your painting. So I did a lot of techniques for like letting the color flow, releasing that paint from one area into another by just barely touching it with that brush. I had lots of water and paint on this page, and which is why I had to like clip it down. It was buckling just a little bit. This is great paper. This is a Pentalic Aqua sketchbook and I love it. It will really handle the water and paint. So I just kept on adding in color and deepening and darkening it, and keeping in mind that watercolor will dry lighter. So I still had in mind to have 3 cherries on this page, so I thought I would lift the pigment. I do a lot of lifting in this particular painting because I had gotten the color so intense and I had a lot of water. So I thought it would work really well to do some lifting and create spaces. So that's what I was doing there, just trying to create a space by drying my brush and lifting the paint back off. And I'm creating a highlight in the same way. So when you see me move my brush to the side, I'm just actually drying it. And then I'm coming back and I'm picking up more paint, picking up the water that's there, creating that highlight. So I played around with that for a little while. I kept lifting and then adding in and lifting and adding in and just playing with it. Maybe overworking it a little bit, getting a little carried away with the idea. And then I looked back at my reference photo and saw that there were some texture lines that made it look more circular and spherical. And so I sort of lifted paint for that as well. And then I let it dry. And I thought it would be kind of cool so you see it go from that darker wet color to the lighter dry color there. And now I'm adding my second layer. The left page wasn't quite dry yet, so I didn't even move on to that one yet either. And now I'm just adding in some dark shadow colors. And I was really pleased with this part of the process. I had a lot of fun and I felt like I got a really great effect. In fact, this was my favorite place in the painting. I kind of wish I had stopped then and left it there. I loved how that cherry looked. I thought it looked pretty cool, and I feel like now I have moved into the overworking section of the painting. But I'm sharing it with you because I want you to understand that no matter who you are and what level of painting you're at, you're going to have those fantastic paintings, and you're going to have those I wish I had stopped at that point. I have overdone it, especially for me. I think with watercolor, I feel like it's really easy to overdo the painting. You don't need to put as much information as you think you do, and I tend to get a little carried away with the process, and instead of stopping and thinking about what does my painting need right now. But I wanted to share that with you because we're all learning from each other. As you can see, I have moved over to my other page in which I told you I was going to do negative shape painting, and guess what? I didn't. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so again I changed it and I added some dark cherries on top of this lighter background. And where you had seen the white before, if you notice, I lifted that paint so there's still a nice light area. And then I just continue to paint to let that color flow out and onto the rest of the page. I just love watching the paint flow. That's like my favorite thing. Maybe, I don't know, I just really love it. So I do that a lot when I'm painting. And I also do some splattering and all of that, which is probably my very first favorite thing, is splattering. Now I decided I wanted this cherry on this side to be darker, even though I started out with that negative shape there. And so I'm adding in a dark red. It's a really vibrant red. It's really pretty colors with these mission gold. I mean, they're just fantastic. And you notice I used all of my red in the top, and I didn't even realize that it was out of my vision. And I kept trying to pick up that red, and it was like not working. I'm like, what is going on? And then I leaned forward and saw that I had used all of that really bright red. And so I'm going to have to refill that part of my palette. But you know, these things happen when you're in the middle of painting. And so I made that cherry, that darker red, bright red, and added shadow around the bottom. And I'm just like, at this point, pretty happy with this painting and how it has all gone. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll go and try and paint some cherries. It's so much fun. And don't forget to leave me those comments and let me know how you like this. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.